BATARA Guru, or RUDRA-SHIVA, in search of his non-Vedic origins. Part 2. Holy Deity and Living Being. Hello everyone. Today we delve deeper into the origins, particularly the non-Vedic origins of BATARA Guru, or Bataraka, as I prefer to call him, Noble Lord. As you know, this is a topic about Rudra, or RUDRA-SHIVA, more specifically, both the Indian and Indonesian manifestation of this supreme deity or supreme being. And I deliberately say both deity and being, because he was both a deity and a mythical being, i.e. a historical figure or a real person. Rudra-SHIVA. Rudra or RUDRA-SHIVA, or in Indonesia called Bataraka after Batara Guru, is the embodiment of Lord Surya Bhagawan, the sun god in Hinduism, Mahayana Buddhism, and Jainism. Harihara or Shankara Narayana, also called Shivakeshava and Haryada Murti, and Shiva or Mahadeva, the great god, in a manifestation of Rudra, both in his Vedic and non-Vedic or Dravidian forms. Historically, in the Rig Veda, between ca. 1700 and 1100 BCE, the word Shiva is used as an adjective, an epithet, for several Rigvedic deities, including Rudra, originally a mixture of pagan and animistic deities from South India, who transformed into a single Vedic deity and was absorbed into early Hinduism, a process that occurred in both India and Western Indonesia. Rudra's animistic nature is evident in his personification of natural elements. He is the roarer of storms and thunder, the healer of herbs, and ruler of animals. Rudra, the Vedic god of storms, winds, hunting, and medicine, is the early, fearsome form of Shiva. Rudra dates back to the early Vedic period, the Rig Veda. He is often associated with the ferocious hunter dressed in animal skins, suggesting an origin in Dravidian and non-Vedic tribal cultures, respectively. He was worshipped as a pre-Vedic fertility god, later incorporated into the Vedic pantheon of early Hinduism. Originally a minor deity in the Rig Veda, Rudra exhibits animistic characteristics through his direct association with natural forces, such as lightning and storms, and animals. He is the father of the storm gods, the Maruts, who belong to the so-called troops of gods, i.e. Devaganas. They are generally considered aspects, parts, or manifestations of their father. Rudra is invoked to ward off death and disease, and is often implored not to kill. He evolved into the merciful Shiva during the Jayaveda era. Although he is terrifying in the Vedas, Rudra transforms into Shiva, the auspicious one, in later texts, whereby his destructive aspects become linked to the Trimurti. In short, Rudra represents the transition from a few non-Vedic or pre-Vedic nature gods to the complex Hindu, early Vedic deity Shiva, and called RUDRA-SHIVA. Finally, this deity, who has been and is our family god for generations, distinguishes himself from a local Dravidian animistic and pagan god of fertility, nature, and weather, to become the supreme god in the Indonesian Hindu-Buddhist pantheon. As a result of a fertile blend between Vedic, Indo-Aryan Hinduism from North India and non-Vedic Dravidian indigenous belief systems, the general process of incipient Sanskritization of South India and parts of Western Indonesia, and the increasing influence of Brahmanism. Rudra-SHIVA is considered the highest form in the universe and is typically depicted with 5 heads to assist Brahma, the creator of the universe, god of creation, knowledge, and the Vedas, in the process of creating. One of the forms of Shiva, named Rudra, originated from Brahma's forehead. This occurred while Brahma was creating everything in creation myths. In the Vedas, Rudra is praised as the mightiest of the mighty. Rudra means he who eradicates problems at the root. The Rig Veda lists several attributes of Rudra, including that he is Lord of sacrifices, hymns, and medicinal remedies. According to Hymn 1.43, Hymn 2.33 mentions that he carries a bow and arrows. Later interpretations claim that these are poisonous arrows that can cause disease. Rudra-SHIVA is also depicted as wild and hot-tempered, but also as a god who destroys suffering and bestows prosperity. This is the Vedic version of Rudra as an Indo-Aryan god from early Hinduism. However, as the god of wind, storm, warriors, death, sacrifices and song, animals and hunting, and the personification of terror, its origins can be traced to non-Vedic or pre-Vedic indigenous belief systems from the Dravidians in the Deccan, in Tamoriṃ, and also still today can be found under the name of BATARA Guru, worshipped as BATARA, meaning noble lord, Sanghyang Manikmaya, or Sanghyang Jagannatha, by Sundanese rural peoples who practice Sundavivitan in the Parajangan, in Dutch called Prianger or Priangan, in West Java, Indonesia. The name Parajangan has its origins in Sundanese words that mean the abode of Hyangs, i.e. gods, Parajangan is a mountainous region, and ancient Indonesians believed that the gods resided there on the mountaintops. A popular Sundanese proverb and legend mentioned about the creation of the Parajangan highlands is, when the Hyangs, or gods, were smiling, the land of Parajangan was created. Epilogue. In conclusion, let us call upon the 11 forms of Rudra: Kapali or Shiva, Pingala, Bhima, Virupaksha, Vilohita, Shasta, Ayapada, Ayabhutnya, Shambhu, Chant, and Bhava. May the power of Nilkant, Adiyogi, Mahakala, Bholanatha, Pashupati, Natrai, Rudra, Shankara, and Mahadeva destroy negativity, awaken consciousness, ignite devotion, and protect. Thanks for watching and listening. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.